Well, this is the best part of the show. We're about to get all up in your business. So you were talking about this. No, I'm just playing. But we're about to
that was last segment.
Yeah, that was last segment. But we're gonna talk about the positive things that you got going on, as far as your music, as far as your singing, as far as everything. So, what first inspired you when it comes to singing? It was a song. Real quick. It was a song on there.
I'm pretty sure it didn't sound like that.
When he was in the car, when he was in the car and he was singing.
Oh,
you wrote
I don't
that?
want to. No, that's Lady Gaga.
Does it?
I'll
It
never
is
love
Lady Gaga.
again.
Yeah.
From Star Is Born.
Okay, so you know who you got. You kind of remind me of a little bit.
Who?
You kind of remind me of like a Chrisette Michele, mixed with SZA, throw in a Rihanna.
Wow, that's the first time I've heard that.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That's
Thank
what,
you.
Yeah.
Is he happy?
So
That Chrisette Michele, I get that a lot though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
love Chrisette. All right, okay. So Chrisette Michele is my favorite R&B artist. How far?
But we talk about this.
But go ahead. We'll talk about it in a second. Okay.
This her interview.
Yeah, go ahead. So, what inspired you?
So I grew up in church, so I have a lot of different influences and inspirations. Like my dad was a pastor, so a lot of gospel artists in there. I see the smirk. Why?
Because my dad's pastor.
Oh,
My dad.
all right. PK's in the building.
Yeah, my dad. He's sort of a pastor.
He is a pastor
Is the
too.
evangelist?
But me, my dad,
Minister?
we don't have a good relationship.
But he's still a pastor.
Yeah,
Well,
but we'll go ahead.
we're
with
gonna
church.
pray on that.
Yeah,
Hallelujah.
appreciate it. Yeah.
So I grew up in church,
Uh-huh.
and so a lot of the music that I grew up listening to was like old school, either old school like música típica, which is Puerto Rican music, or like old school gospel, like Sister Shirley Caesar, Yolanda Adams, Donnie McClurkin. I grew up on Kirk Franklin. And then like when pop era came around, it was like Zoe Girl and Carmen, all kinds of different artists. And then when I was 15, I was really into like contemporary Christian, and that's when I started writing music. And that's really what inspired me. I didn't start doing secular stuff until I was out of my parents' house.
Yeah, that's how we know you grew up in the church.
Oh,
Talk
yeah.
about some secular.
Secular. That's why I put it in quotation.
Yeah. So speaking of that, how was that conversation with you starting doing secular music after coming from a Christian background? Because I know a lot of Christians, they frown upon that.
It was no conversation because I live my life for me.
Yeah.
I do what I want to do when I want to do it, and when you realize you're walking in your purpose, nothing that anybody says matters.
Okay.
What matters is the divine and what God thinks, right?
Okay.
So I feel like this is a God-given gift, and I can talk about what I want to talk about, and I still give him glory and honor and everything. But like, it was really never a conversation. Like my dad he's very strict, but he understands what it is that I love to do, and regardless of what it is, he's grateful that I'm using my talents.
That's good. That's
and not
wonderful.
just squandering them. So.
Okay.
But I have had people tell me like, why don't you sing Christian music? Plain and simply because I'm tired. Okay, I grew up all my life under a microscope, and I used to equate the music to the judgment.
Yeah.
And a lot of times I didn't want to sing Christian music. It's like, okay, I can go back to that when I'm doing my personal praise and worship. But Ange is gonna sing about love, heartbreak, intimacy, all of that. Anything that I feel like I want to divulge is gonna go on a track.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, how would you describe your sound to someone that have never heard it before?
I would say just like neo soul, R&B, smooth vibes. You know, I really wouldn't put myself in a box. I don't know yet. I'm still figuring that out too. Like, I just do what I feel sounds good for me and what makes me feel good.
Okay. So how do you go into your writing process? Like, do you have to have a certain type of environment? Do you go off emotions, feelings, experiences?
A little bit of everything. So it's mainly emotions and experiences.
Okay.
I have to, the beat that I'm using has to go with how I feel.
Okay.
9 times out of 10 when I do write, I find the right beat, the music, the words just come.
Okay.
I think The longest it's taken me to write a song is like maybe 15 to 30 minutes. And the whole recording process a couple hours.
Okay.
Just because I really, like I said, I'm really passionate about it. And it's something that I enjoy doing. So it's really just life experience, and how I feel.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't have a specific vibe or anything, or the lights don't have to be dimmed, or I don't have to have essential oils in the air. It just has to feel like I'm about to say what I'm going to say.
Okay.
It's really no complicated process. Really.
Okay.
Do you ever like face like creative blocks? Where
Yes.
Where you're like,
Yes, all the time.
Because like even like people that write fiction, they still get like.
Yeah.
What's it called? Again?
Writer's block.
Writer's block. Yeah. So.
Yeah, it's happened. Just before I moved here, I was in Texas. I was telling you off camera that I was on there about, I don't know, for like 12 years. And that whole situation just kind of had my focus just on making sure I had a place to live, somewhere to, put my kids in school, feed my kids, get a job, all that. So within that process, I was writing, but it wasn't organic. It didn't feel natural. It just felt forced. And then summer hit. I was kind of finally like in my groove, and that's when it kind of all started flowing. It's kind of like when you uncork, a drain, and everything just starts flowing down. That's just kind of how it came out, and then my album came out.
Okay. So when it comes to your music, do you collaborate with other artists? Are you looking to collaborate with other artists, or are you just mainly about your sound?
I do collaborate, and I'm open to collaboration. I just have to really vibe with what that person stands for.
Yeah.
And the collaborations that I have on my album are for people that I'm actually close to, that I know.
Okay.
Personally, and that I know that their energy and their vibe is straight. It's there. It's good. It's positive. It's whatever they contribute is gonna help and not hinder. And they just gotta be right within too. Like, I'm not just gonna come in and talk about, let's just say, like sex with somebody on a track that I don't even know.
Yeah.
I have to have an intimate relationship with somebody to have that, mesh with them like that.
Yeah.
And intimate, it's friends, family. Like, there's a person on my album who grew up with us. He's my brother's friend. We're like sister and brother. We make music, and it was just it was so easy and so much fun. So I had to put it on the album.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. But I don't have a problem collaborating. I just gotta know what it is you stand for. It's a process. In that regard, it is a process for me to actually allow someone into my bubble. That's important,
What do you think is like the biggest misconception that people have about you as an artist, or just being a musician, period?
That I'm stuck up,
Why,
or that I think I'm all that.
Because you like skinny pretty.
Yeah.
I get it.
And even saying that makes me uncomfortable, because I'm not that type. I'm the most humble person you will ever meet.
Well, I could tell. Like, when I look at your social media, I don't get that. I do get light skinned and pretty, but I get like sometimes we put too much on color in our community, and we put too much on like different things that are like superficial. But when I look at your page, I see like I see more of a lollipop, but yet still have like a little, like a lollipop, but a little bit of spiritual type of Erykah Baduism type of.
I get that too.
Yeah, it is like she like she looked like she could have sing with what's them girls, the white girls from the sisters, the
White girls.
The white girls, the Sioux sisters. One of them, she was big and small a lot. Yeah, real pretty.
I can't think
but I get that, but I get a little bit of Erykah Badu
Okay,
too.
I've heard that before.
Yeah.
Another misconception I get is that because I can sing, that I know everything. And I am a student. Like, teach me. If there's something that you know that you feel like I don't know that I could benefit from, teach me, and I'll teach you something I know. I don't always get the pretty and light skin. Like, it has happened, but I don't, like, that's never anything I've heard. It's more just like, oh, you're intimidated because you got such a big voice. I don't know if I should, like how do I follow, you know? But it's like we all can learn from each other.
Oh, I thought you were going to ask something.
No, go ahead.
So, tell everyone about your projects, your future projects, what you plan on, doing in the near future.
Well, currently I have an album out. It's called Glow. It's on all streaming platforms. You can hear it everywhere you listen to music.
Okay.
That's been my focus, is just kind of getting out there, doing more gigs and promoting that. I also want to get into film. Like, I have some ideas between myself and another person that I'm close to. We're developing a story for a movie that we want to make.
Okay.
So if anybody watching wants to help and knows filmmaking stuff, hit me up.
This the man you want to talk to.
Oh, bet. So we will have a conversation.
Yeah.
I have like 2 concepts that I'm working with right now. I also want to get back into doing audio series. I have one that's not published anymore that I had out. It's not finished. Like, I was working on the 2nd season. It's not finished. So I just took it all down so I could start over.
Okay.
And then I've just got performances and things here and there coming up. Like this weekend, I'll be at the Winchester from 8:30 to 9:30. I have a set.
Okay.
On Sunday. So I'm looking forward to that.
Okay.
And yeah.
And we're gonna come back. Pleasure speaking with you about your career.
Man,
Yes.
Yeah, and
we could just interview you all night. Like,
And we're gonna
fun.
we're gonna do our entertainment topics when we come back.
he can't
and
wait.
Glow, he used to watch Gorgeous Ladies in Wrestling all the time. And
Okay.
That was like his favorite show. Don't like you don't remember Glow. You remember Glow?
Yeah.
He still have Glow dolls at his house. I'm joking.
I don't even know who that is. Just
You're way younger than us.
you're
Okay.
Yeah, it was
way younger.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are.
Okay.
Yeah, we're
I'll take that.
Yeah, we just
Okay.
look young. Black don't crack, we're vampires.
Well,
Listen,
I look
it
young. He just
definitely-
ugly.
You love saying I'm ugly. Quit judging me.
Haters. What the
You
heck?
love judging boys. Go.
On to the next segment. Let's go.
Go. That's what you don't like when I tell you go.